Aries, the turning point does not arrive when everything is clear. It arrives when you stop circling it. Put it all in one room. A word that cannot stay in draft, the answer you keep avoiding, and the point that wants a shape. With Venus active, the nearby field of words, exchanges, and environment asks for a choice that is beautiful but not blind. Intensity and dignity have to stay together. This is a short scene with no poetry in it. One reply, one choice, one cut, and the blockage loses its aura. As long as you keep watching it, a word that cannot stay in draft looks bigger. The moment you choose the first step, it loses power. Today, the real defeat would be staying intelligent inside an impasse that has already asked for enough time. The real loss is training yourself again to tolerate what should have been moved. Move. Do right away what lowers noise and ambiguity, even if it does not make you look perfect. Keep this close. Today, dignity can live inside a clean cut. Taurus. For Taurus, power comes from naming the price before the discomfort does. This is not a neutral day, because a small request that swells the bill has already changed the weight of the room. With Venus on the resources money value axis, the sky measures how much value you give away before you ask for respect. If nobody names the bill, a small request that swells the bill risks turning into the usual advantage of the person who pushes harder than you do. It can be a favor, a cost, or a promise that starts expanding if you do not define it now. For Taurus, the risk is confusing steadiness with inertia, exactly when you need a clean step. The stakes are not letting social or emotional discomfort set the price in place of your judgment. If that boundary stays implied, the cost does not disappear. It only moves from the amount to your availability. Move. Ask for the missing detail before your yes becomes a tax. Keep this close when a number looks small, but still takes up space in your position. Gemini. If you leave a practical boundary in the vague, someone is already choosing the value for you. Ask for one simple proof. If a practical boundary is real, it has to hold up in action, not just in feeling. Mercury adds tension to the resources money value axis. Understanding is not enough. The thing has to be said cleanly. Maybe it is an unspoken amount, a favor that keeps growing, or time someone already assumes is available. If nobody names the bill, the practical measure risks turning into the usual advantage of the person who pushes harder than you do. For Gemini, quick thinking only helps if it does not become another way to delay. Today, the real loss is not seeming rigid. It is giving away value before you have even named it. The risk is paying not to seem difficult, then having to defend a much larger limit later. Move. Ask for the amount, the measure, or the detail before offering emotional availability as an advance. Send it to whoever needs to set a price without feeling guilty. Cancer. For Cancer, recovery today is not escape. It is maintenance of clarity. Today, one well-placed chance is enough. Do not widen everything. Keep the gesture focused on an energy reserve that needs protection. With the sun active, the resources money value axis stops staying in the background and becomes the point from which everything else is read. It is an interior room that is too full, where the right move is not pushing harder, but removing friction. The tired part is not sabotaging you. Inside an energy reserve that needs protection, it is trying to keep the day from draining you beyond measure. For Cancer, feeling deeply is a strength only if it does not push you into automatic self-sacrifice. Today, the real loss would be giving up good clarity just to save urgencies that are not all yours. The risk is calling resistance what is already depletion. Move. Defend recovery with a visible boundary, not a mental promise. Protect it before you answer from the part that cannot take anymore. Leo. If a dead end that wants a cut starts tightening, maybe it is not asking for patience. Maybe it is asking for a move. The knot is not huge, but it is precise. A dead end that wants a cut decides how clear you stay in the seam. The sun's light on the identity-body presence axis does not soften anything. It shows where you are leading and where you are being carried. This is a short scene with no poetry in it. One reply, one choice, one cut, and the blockage loses its aura. Today, the strength is in moving one real piece, not building another explanation around the blockage. The stakes are stopping yourself from making a blockade respectable, just because you have been polite to it for too long. For Leo, today's value is not using force as a cover for discomfort. If you do not make that gesture, the day passes and the problem keeps its throne. Move. Do right away what lowers noise and ambiguity, even if it does not make you look perfect. Come back here when you are about to say it is not time yet. Virgo, if you feel pressure from a group proposal, do not hand it a decision too quickly. Today you have two doors: staying inside a vague proposal so the tension drops fast, or slowing down and giving a group proposal a real shape. Mercury activates networks, friendships, and future projects. The choice cannot stay automatic. It is a group chat, a vague idea, a temptation to show up just so you do not seem distant. The first door is polite. The second asks whether that network truly deserves your presence. Virgo, if you optimize even discomfort, you risk making it elegant instead of stopping it. If the group only notices you when you were useful, that is not a network. It is an unpaid shift. The strong move is to step out of automatic availability. Does this network actually orient you, or does it keep you busy so you do not have to choose? Ask what it really takes to move forward. If nothing comes back, reduce your presence. Move. Make one concrete choice before you react. Listen again before you confuse relief with direction. Libra, do not accept a price just because the conversation is uncomfortable. This is not theory. A value still without a measure touches how you protect time, desire, boundaries, or dignity. Venus makes the broad vision travel study axis more sensitive. The point is not to be liked more, but to choose better. It is a visible or implied negotiation where time, attention, money, and dignity end up in the same room. For Libra, kindness matters more when it does not erase measure. The material issue today is also about power. A value still without a measure shows who gets to decide what your presence is worth. The risk is accepting the wrong measure now and finding yourself defending an already eroded boundary tomorrow. If the real cost stays implied, the cost does not disappear. It only moves from the amount to your availability. Move, separate generosity from price, then decide what you can truly sustain. Listen again when a favor starts sounding like an obligation. Scorpio. Today, care is not generic sweetness. It is a practical choice. Change the lens. Do not see a physical limit not to be forced as a problem to endure, but as information about where structure is needed. The sun's transit brings the home root's emotional base area to the foreground. A choice that can be sustained is needed. This is real maintenance. Less heroics, more intelligence in protecting what keeps you clear. The tired part should not be silenced. Inside a physical limit not to be forced, it is showing where measure has to be restored. For Scorpio, the day rewards you if you name the raw point before building a strategy around it. The stakes are not spending all your energy propping up a form that doesn't deserve that cost. If you keep sacrificing that tired part, clarity pays first, before the result does. Move, close one small cycle, and leave out the request that drains you. Come back here when calm starts to look less important than urgency. Sagittarius. Before you answer, remove from the sentence the part that wants to win. Jupiter activates broad vision, travel, and study. The choice cannot stay automatic. It is that message left open, that sentence already formed, the finger near send, because silence bothers you. A sharp version may feel freeing. In reality, it can tie you to a direction you did not truly choose. You do not need a fight. One badly aimed sentence can change the climate. For Sagittarius, the answer is not solved by opening the horizon. It is solved by choosing what to leave out. If the sentence is born to win, tomorrow you will find yourself with a narrower road. Do you want to clarify? Or do you just want to get rid of the discomfort of silence? Read it again. Cut one sentence. Keep one decision open. Then answer. But first, remove from the sentence the part that wants to wound or win. Move. Send it only to someone who understands that today the point is not to make a scene. Capricorn. Today you do not need to win the day. You need to recover a piece of breath. Do not dramatize it, but do not sleepwalk through it either. An inner structure that needs rebuilding is the point that can shift everything quietly. With Saturn insisting on the home root's emotional base area, the weak point should not be covered. It needs strengthening or release. Recovery today works only if that inner structure stops being an intention and becomes real protection for your rhythm. It can be a quieter room, one notification left outside, a body that stops negotiating. The right shelter does not take your strength away. It keeps you from wasting it in the wrong place. For Capricorn, real steadiness also includes the moment when you say where your margin ends. If you keep forcing that breath, the price can come back as the wrong tone, an impulsive answer, or exhaustion running the whole day. Move. Remove the gesture that drains you before adding one that makes you feel accomplished. Mark it before you answer from the place where you are already past your limit. Aquarius. If a fear dressed up as clarity irritates you, it may be showing you a comfortable lie. It is a small truth, almost annoying, but it makes everything less foggy. Do not spread the scene too far. One person, one sentence, one gesture, and a fear dressed up as clarity becomes readable. The sun signs the identity-body-presence axis. What you do now says more than what you explain. The shadow is not the enemy today. It is the place where that defense stops accepting convenient versions. For Aquarius, the risk is staying brilliant on the surface and absent in the one gesture that would change the tone. If the alibi stays standing, the day may hold together outside. Inside, you stay split. If you keep covering the truth, the day may look calm while it chooses for you. Move. Do not react just to avoid feeling. Pause long enough to choose from the more honest side. Send it to whoever needs to silence an alibi before it becomes character. Pisces. Do not miss a concrete opening in career. It looks small, but it can shift the day. Draw a line. Up to this point, a concrete opening in career can come in. Beyond this point, it has to become a choice or go away. Neptune's passage on the resources money value axis opens listening, but it doesn't authorize ignoring concrete signals. It is the moment when you can feel something really move, but only if you stop waiting for an aesthetic guarantee. If you wait for the guarantee, that opening becomes noise. If you act with measure, it becomes direction. Today, the real loss would be treating as noise the passage that could restore direction to the day. For Pisces, depth becomes strength when it accepts the boundary that makes it legible. Delaying it today may feel harmless, but it moves that opening from choice into clean regret. Move. Answer the opening with a small act, not a big theory. Come back here when the day asks you to choose the cleanest door.